Hey guys, we are starting another long form video on my SGC submission, my last one that just came back. This is the second SGC submission that I have done. The first one was 19 cards. I got 18 back. One was too thick for grading. This second submission was 20 cards. I got all 20 cards back. Just to touch base before we jump right into the cards. SGC is definitely going through some turmoil. They are SGC and PSA are owned by the same company, and when PSA encountered a massive backlog, the parent company forced SGC into helping PSA with their grading. And also, since so many people are sick and tired of PSA with their nonsense grading, their nonsense amount of time they take to grade cards, with their crazy prices, people have been looking for other alternatives, and SGC was one of the alternatives people were going for. So it became a situation where one company owned both SGC and PSA, and SGC became a threat to PSA. So what ended up happening was some of SGC's graders were moved over to PSA to help them. And basically it came down to SGC was intentionally reduced in size so that it would not be a competitor to PSA. I will still use SGC, but if the prices go up, if turnaround times go up, if they start having similar issues that PSA have, I'm not going to use them anymore, and I don't know who I will use, because so far SGC has been wonderful to use. So that all being said, let's jump into the order. This order took 2 weeks from me sending it out to me getting it back. 2 weeks. First card, 2011-2012, Ivan Perisic, Borussia Dortmund, sticker. This is his rookie sticker, and it got an 8. That is what I thought it would get. I wanted to get it graded. I did not pay a lot for it, but I wanted to get it graded and to be able to display it and have it look nice, and this is what we got. Second card, Luka Modric from the 16-17 Panini Select set. National Pride Luka Modric. It is so colorful and so radiant. Even the professional picture takers from SGC couldn't quite get it to not sparkle so much. This card in person is unbelievable to look at, and this is part of the reason why I'm using their pictures and not a direct video, is because with the glare, some of these cards are very hard to see, so I'm using the professional photos. It got a 9. Most of these grade a 9, either by PSA or by SGC or by other companies. A 10 is very hard to find. It was much cheaper for me to find a raw card and grade it than it would have been to buy a 9 that's already graded, because they are considerably expensive even at a 9. So this is still a win for me, and it's a card that I wanted. Next, this was a big win for me. It is from the 21-22 Football's Finest. When you buy a hobby box, you get one jumbo card. This is a very large card, as you can see by looking at the SGC label, how big this card is. And these cards were stuck into the hobby box with no sleeve, no protection, and very few of them were numbered. And this is a hard card to get in good condition. This one graded a 9.5, which is nothing short of a miracle. And as you can see at the top, gold refractor, 14 out of 50. This was a win for me. I had a second one, numbered 1 of 25, and this one got an 8. And it is still a beautiful card. It still displays well. It's still a jumbo card, and it's black, which makes it way cool looking. But getting an 8 on this is not a surprise, considering how these cards were packaged. They didn't even put them in a little like card pack material. They literally threw them in the top of the box with no protection whatsoever. So again, an 8 on this card is not bad, and these two cards are actually going to display really cool with my new Luka Modric display that I'll be doing. So that was part of the reason why I graded this, because frankly, there's also no other way to protect these cards. Next, Ivan Perisic, on-card auto, 45 out of 59, as you can see on the top, Immortal Ink Premier League. And it got a 9, which I thought it would. I did roll the dice on this card because of the way the pen wrote on the card for his auto. So if you look in the PS that he makes through the middle here, if you look at the middle of that auto, you will see the ink kind of ran dry a little bit and then it got wet again. They did not give this an automatic auto 10. They didn't do that because they did not grade this auto at a 10. I understand that. I can see that. There was a 50-50 if that was going to happen or not, and I have to live with that because that's the way it is. Still a 9 card, I get it. If you look at the corners, you'll see it's not so much that it's off-centered, it's that the card is a little bit tilted, is what the issue really is. But anyway, still a nice card, still glad I got it. Right here, Luka Vuskovic, rookie card. This is from the Polish League, and 23-24 Sport Zoo, February 2nd. And this card, this and the next one after it. So let me just show you that next one real quick, and I'll go back. You see 8-3-24. This one's 10-2-24. This card right here, 40 out of 125. This is Luka Vusković's true first rookie card. And I had to find it from Poland, and it was so hard to find, and I definitely rolled the dice because the print quality on these is not good at all. It's a paper card. It's made by Radomiak and some Polish company, and they do not have a history of great print quality. To get this card and his next card, these two cards, to get these and get a 9.5 on them is huge, because these are his true 100% true rookie cards, and they are incredibly hard to find. So I got them and I put them in right away to get them graded. So next, Marcelo Brozovic, Topps Euro, Sapphire, 1 of 1. I was originally going to get this graded, and I had more than a few people tell me, do not grade a 1 of 1 card. And I said, why? They said a grade of anything less than 10 will only hurt a 1 of 1 card. You can send it in, you can get it slabbed, you can get it authenticated, but no matter what grade it gets, this will always be a pop 1 card, so there's no point in grading it. And I said, that's sound advice. So I sent this card in, and I got it authenticated and slabbed. It will always be a 1 of 1. It will always be a pop 1, no matter what. And so here it is. The next card is the Schutolo from the same set, also the 1 of 1. They did give me an auto grade in addition to giving me an authentication on the card. That was super cool, I thought. This will always be a pop 1 card. It'll be pop 1 among all the grading companies. So again, I got it authenticated, but they did give me an auto grade of 10, which is very cool. Next, 4 out of 24. This is also from the Topps Chrome UEFA Euro set. This is the short print team badge. So they made a whole bunch of team badges in Top Chrome, but they made a short print since it's the 2024 Euro tournament. They made 24 short print national team crests. This is 4 of 24. I got a 9.5 on it. These do not grade well at all. So a 9.5, again, kind of a miracle. It's a great grade. And these are very hard cards to find because there's only 24 of them, period. They didn't make out of 1, they didn't make out of 5 or out of 10 or out of 20 or out of 99 or anything. They only made 24. And I got one, so I'm happy to have it. Next, it's 24-25 Topps Now, Andre Kramaric, Bundesliga black 3 out of 10. I had 5 of these. I requested 5 from Topps Now, and I got a 3 out of 10. I got some 25s, and I got some 50s because not a lot of these were ordered. So I did not get a single base card. They're all numbered. I'm only going to show you the 3 out of 10 because the other ones are all the same cards. I did not get a lot of 10s on these. So on this, I got a 10, and let me show you the next card. On the 3 assists Topps Now, I also got, this is a 10 out of 10. I also got a 10 on this. So these 2 cards out of 10, these are going to stay in my PC. The other 8 cards I'm going to sell. Of the 10 cards, there was 5 of one type and 5 of the other. I got 1 9. I got 6 9.5s, and I got 3 10s. And luckily enough for me, the 10s I got were on the out of 10 cards. So those are going to stay on my PC. The rest I will sell. I don't think I'm going to sell them quickly. They will obviously sell over time. Kramaric is having another great year at Hoffenheim, and he's having another great year in World Cup qualifying. So they will find homes, and I'm glad to have ordered them, and I'm glad to have the out of 10s and that they graded 10s. And that, my friends, is my SGC order, my second order I put in with SGC, and I'm happy to have it. And I'm already starting to kind of get my next order put together. And it basically gets to a point where I say, this is a card I'm going to want to grade. I put it in a pile of cards. When that pile gets big enough that it's worth it, I send them out. And for me, it's got to really be about 20 cards to make the shipping there, the cost of grading, and the shipping back worth it. $15 a card is what I paid for all of these. Even for the one-of-ones, even for the autos, I paid $15 a card for all of these. PSA would have upcharged me. Most definitely PSA would have upcharged me on the 2 one-of-one cards. They might have upcharged me on the national team card. But for me, SGC is still great. I will continue to use them until they are no longer great, and when it's a problem, I'll stop using them. But I am not excited about going to Beckett or CGC. I will not go to PSA. I know you guys are going to say, well, SGC and PSA are the same parent company. Yes, they are, and I get it. But for right now, I like SGC, and that's who I'm going to use. If that changes in the future, I'll have to change what I'm doing. Anyway, I will be putting all these cards out as shorts and linking them back to this video. Again, like, subscribe, comment. I greatly appreciate that help from you guys. And if you have a player that you really like besides Modric and you want me to show you all the cards I have from that player in my collection, just drop that player's name in the comments and I will gladly do that for you. Modric has already been done. Anyway, guys, I hope you are all having a great day. Thanks. Bye.